welcome to the weekly show at home with Nick Mercer. I'm your host, Nick Mercer. It's been really fun getting to do these with you guys every Wednesday. Obviously not the same as a regular old midweek, but one day soon we will be back in the building. But until then, this will hopefully scratch that midweek itch that maybe you've been having. So, we are 3 episodes into this quarantine time. We've got a great show for you today, and we're going to start it off with our quarantine check-in. This week's guest, you might recognize him from the 8th grade room at midweek, or he's a 10th grade leader at the living room. He's everywhere. He was an intern last summer. Ladies and gentlemen, your friend and mine, Mr. Brent Harlow. Brett, what's up, man? Welcome to the weekly show at home.
How are you, Nick? Dude, it's been a while. I haven't seen you in person in forever, but I'm so glad I'm able to be here right now.
I know, dude. Thanks for coming on. How's quarantine going for you?
It's been pretty good. Definitely itching to get outside the house, but other than that, hanging out with the family, playing more tennis in the neighborhood.
Tennis?
Yeah, picking up a new sport. It's definitely weird. Not good at all, but you got to start somewhere, so.
Hey, dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I know. It's been a long time. I can't wait to be able to be back in the building or just see people.
Yeah. I know. It's really, yeah.
Yeah. So tennis, that's one thing you've been doing. Anything else you've been doing?
Board games, Monopoly every night. We've been playing family and Monopoly. I'm undefeated right now, which is
no chance. Luke's not winning?
Luke is the worst trade partner in the world. He gives me everything and I just take over the board. Luke. I'm a dictator when it comes to Monopoly, and I tell you, the trades are where it falls through. That's
incredible. Well, hey, I wanted to check in because I've been trying to figure out, just see what people have been learning through this experience. And so I just wanted to give you a few minutes here to share a little bit about something that you've been learning through this experience besides the game of tennis and that you're really good at Monopoly.
Definitely. I think this time is something that I've really enjoyed. One, spending time with God, because I think it's really opened my eyes to his time, not our time. I think the patience thing is something that's never been really my forte in a sense. So really relying on him and kind of waiting for this to end because it's out of our control has been something that I've really enjoyed learning, as much as it's been a struggle, but something that I definitely have enjoyed learning. And also, so I haven't been doing my TikToks, guys, because there's a long story to that, but the devotional that I've been reading, it's called Turning Points with God, and it's just a year's worth of devotionals by David Jeremiah. And I still have been doing them, and I really, really do enjoy it, whether it's this devotional or just another devotional out there. I think it's just something that I love personally starting the morning with. And I think it really gives me a better outlook on the day. So I do recommend trying to find one, whether it's this one or not. But yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, man. And for anybody listening, if you're interested in a devotional, hit me up. I'll try to ship it to your house or something if you want one.
Yeah.
We're definitely trying to figure out how to do all this kind of stuff. During social isolation where we're all different places. Yep. Dude, Brett, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on, man. And
I really appreciate it.
We'll have you on again for sure.
Thank you so much. All right. Peace, everyone.
Thanks, Brett. It's always great to check in with everybody and see how they're doing. So hopefully, if you want to be a guest on the weekly show, just hit me up and we can make that happen. If you got a computer or a phone, I've got a computer and a phone, so we can make that work. All right, next up is our segment called One for Us. And this week, we've got a very special quarantine edition. It's very knowledgeable. You'll hopefully learn a lot from Mr. Professor Nick. Hello, I am Professor Nick, and I'm here to talk to you today about the A, the B, and the C of the quarantine. Okay, the A, avoid people. Okay, hello, do not go near them. They are people, stay away. Okay, avoid people. B, buy snacks. If you're at home, you need snacks. Go buy them. Okay, A, avoid people. B, buy snacks. Okay. C, connect. Connect better than me and my mustache, okay? But connect with your friends, your leaders, with the student ministry staff, okay? They're doing big stuff. They got the Zooms. You got the FaceTimes, the YouTubes. Okay, that's what you do. You avoid the people. You buy the snacks, okay? And you connect, okay? And you get a better mustache. Okay, I'm Professor Nick. And this has been, teaching you about the A, the B, and the C's of the quarantine. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Thanks, Professor Nick. And moving ahead, our next segment is Guest of the Week. And this week, we have our last Friday champion from Zoom Trivia. And I'll let her speak about what it was like to win. And then she'll actually give the topic for the next trivia coming up this Friday at 3 p.m. So here it is, Olivia Patrinicola. Hey guys, I'm here with last week's trivia winner, Olivia Patrinicola. Olivia, give your victory speech. How's it feel to be a winner?
Feels pretty great. I got third one time and I was kind of disappointed in how I did. So I really put in the work and studied my states so that I would do well this time.
That's awesome. And you guys probably have seen Olivia a lot. You may know her as our head mentee. So yeah, there you go. There's another prize that she's won in this. Quarantine has been good to Olivia. She's the head mentee.
Yeah.
She's the winner of trivia. It's a good time. Now, Olivia, you get to pick this next week's category for trivia. So what do you got for us?
I think we should do a Harry Potter theme.
Oh, Harry Potter. Maybe I might have Isaac host so I can play this week. Harry Potter themed trivia. Well, there you go. Olivia is the champion. She has picked the new topic, Harry Potter themed. So study up on your Harry Potter, and we'll see you Friday at 3 p.m. On Zoom for trivia. Olivia, thanks for coming on, and hope maybe you'll win. See if you can beat Olivia. She might be the first back-to-back champ.
Oh, yeah.
All right. See you, Olivia. Thanks, Olivia. And if you want a chance to dethrone her, you'll have to be there this Friday at 3 p.m. Check our Instagram for the code to get into the meeting. We'll be on Zoom. You can pick the next topic if you win. All right. And finally tonight, small groups. Normally this would be where I set up small groups for midweek, but since we're not at midweek, one day we'll get back there. Since we're not at midweek, we are all in this together. So this past week at the living room, we heard from KJ, who was the middle school ski trip speaker this past year, and then 2 years ago it was on the high school trip. KJ kept us going on our next chapter in Philippians chapter 3. He said a bunch of awesome stuff, and so if you haven't listened to the virtual living room from this past Sunday yet, I suggest that let this video finish and then go and watch that one as well. It was good stuff. He actually said something that made me think and go deeper about something that I've been thinking about this week. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about that with you here. So today, I've been thinking a lot recently about the number 40. In the Bible, the number 40 signifies a passage of time. It's often used as days, years, to kind of segment this block of time. Probably not a literal 40 days, but just meaning that something important happened during this section of time. The Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years. It rained for 40 days. While Noah was in the ark. Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights before he was tempted in the desert by Satan. And Lent, which we just celebrated, is actually a 40-day period from Ash Wednesday to Easter leading into the celebration of Jesus' life, death, and resurrection. And so recently, we've passed the 40th literal day of this quarantine. And while in the Bible, like I said, it's more of a general 40 representative of the passage of time. We've literally been in this for over 40 days. And I don't think that the 40th day is going to mark the end of this period of time. And I'm not sure how long we're going to be in this situation. It just seems like we have a long time left to come. But I am not sure that, I am sure that just like any other period of time demarcated by the number 40, that there will be a great change for the good coming out of the other side of this. And let's just hope that we don't have to do 40 years in order to see that change. The thing about these 40-day periods of time is that they marked this period of great change. Like I said, right? Like the Israelites wandered around for 40 years in the desert so that a new generation could come and be the ones to lead them into the promised land. It was a changing of the guard that took place over that time. Noah waited 40 days and even longer and more subsets of 40 days in the ark so that God could change the earth and change the people and the mindset on earth, right? And Jesus fasted for 40 days and came out the other side and was ready to be tempted by Satan in the desert. So while we are in this period of change, which is what I believe that we are in, we must be willing to come to a point of giving up our own convictions and traditional beliefs and see that God is moving us towards Him and towards His will for us. I keep hearing all the time, everywhere I listen to, look at, watch, read, people saying like, I can't wait for things to get back to normal. But I pray that that doesn't happen, honestly. I pray that we can come through this as a people who are changed, moving closer towards God. I would hope that we come through this and everyone is safe. That's not what I'm saying by not getting back to normal. But I hope that we can come through this with a newfound appreciation for the people in our lives that we're no longer allowed to be around, and a newfound reliance and reverence for the God in our lives as well. It's been longer than 40 literal days, but if we look to the Bible, we can see that we are in the midst of a metaphorical 40 days of change that God is having us go through, that God is changing us through. And so my challenge for you all this week is to take some time. You've got a lot of free time. I know you got school. I know you've got chores. I know there's things going on. But take some time this week and seek out where God is trying to move you. That we've never been in a period where we have more quiet time available to us. And I know that quiet time can be scary. A lot of things can bubble up to the top when we stop focusing all of our attention on other things, but look inward. But I think that there can be a lot of good that comes through that internal seeking of what God is calling us to do, of what God might be trying to change us through this time. It's been more than 40 days, and I think we've got a lot more days to come of being socially isolated. But I think that there can be a lot of good through this if we start focusing not just on watching TV or doing our homework as fast as we can or playing video games or whatever it is that we've been trying to like consume, and that we've been trying to like take our mind off of whatever's going on up here and just project outward. But look inward and see where God is trying to change us. Big periods of time are in the Bible are often marked with big changes as well. And I think that this could be one of those times. And if we're active about looking to what God is saying, where God is moving us to, I think that we'll only come to enjoy this more and come out of it with a deeper understanding, a deeper appreciation, a deeper relationship with the God who does so much for us, even though we fail to see it time and time again. And so just because we can't be in church doesn't mean that we can't be looking at God's word every day. I know that Isaac at the living room has been challenging us to be in God's word every day, and I would echo that challenge here. We've been trying to put out a bunch of stuff that in order for you guys to engage with. Not all of it is some of it's fun. Not all of it is Bible study-esque, but we've been doing this. We started this podcast that comes out on Thursdays, hopefully diving deeper into what we've been studying. And I just encourage you guys to seek out any resource you can to try to figure out what God is calling you in your life to do, where God is moving you, how God is changing you, because I promise that He is, if we only have the eyes to see how He's moving in our lives. So that's all we have for this episode of The Weekly Show at Home. I'm Nick Mercer. Don't forget to check out Virtual Living Rooms on Sundays, as well as right here Wednesdays on YouTube as well. We have Zoom trivia on Friday. Don't miss it, and we will see you next week. Peace.